Hello, hello, everybody. We're live. Give me 1 sec to set up my stuff here. There we go. We're set up. So, hello. I don't know how many we have in yet. I'm sure we'll get some more people coming in. Hello, Fishonics, and hello, Josh. Welcome. I don't know if you're in yet again, but oh, you're in there. Good, Josh. Thank you. So, what we're going to do today is I got some stuff set up. I haven't done too much with having a really good look at these babies and seeing which ones Nicole and I would like to keep. So Nicole and I, our plan right now is to basically keep 3 or 4 pairs. Try to pair off 3 or 4 pairs for us to keep for future, just our fish, and if we choose to breed them and raise the babies, we will. But there's some really neat color patterns in here and stuff. So we're basically today I'm going to take a couple of scoops out of the grow out tank. There's about 90 fish in there. I don't know if we'll get through them all today, but we're going to take some out. I got a camera set up right here. I'll show you. I have a camera set up right here on a tank. No water in it yet. No water in it yet, but I will put water in. I just want to keep it as fresh as possible while we have babies in there. We'll put some babies in there, have a look at them, and ones that we're going to sell a little sooner, I think, we will put into, I have a separated basket in the tank, and we're going to put them in there. So I didn't want to get them in the tank here before we start the stream. Anything, I wanted to do it while we're doing the stream because I just want things to stay as fresh as possible. I don't want to do any harm to my babies by having them out of the tank too long. Having them in a small tank. This is like, I don't know, it's like a gallon tank or something, but it's really nice to be able to look at them in. So I'm trying to arrange a balance here of health of my fish and allowing us to have a good visual look at things and see if we can get something out of it. So that's the plan. So in a minute, I'm going to go and grab some water. The tank's right there. It's going to take me 2 seconds. I'll throw some water in the little tank, and I'll grab a scoop of babies, and we'll start separating. So I guess what I hadn't mentioned yet is I have another little breeder box that I'm going to set up right here, and we can put the camera on it as well and look at yeah, I guess we'll put the ones that we're probably going to sell a little earlier into that container, and they're going to go into the separated part. I am pumped for tonight's game, Josh, but I'm also scared. They're I don't know. They're not the same team they were at the end of the season. They seem to not have that playoff pump. So hopefully we get a win tonight, even the series up again at least. But yeah, so we're going to go and grab some clowns. I'm going to do that right now. So just keep yourselves occupied at the moment. I'll put the camera onto the tank so you guys can at least see what I'm doing, what I'm putting in there, and I'll be back for audio in a couple of minutes. Okay, there we go. We got some clownfish. Better look at them here. Yeah, so that's literally, I took 2 scoops out of the tank with the net, and that's what I came up with. So we got quite a few different colors and varieties in there. I don't think there's going to be, Josh. Honestly, I'm not I'm not a naysayer or anything. I would love for there to be some fish swaps, but I'm not confident that that's going to happen. Oh, that's very good, very good. We need some more of those plecos bred in Ontario. Fantastic. I wish you the best of luck with them. Hello, Cooper Cichlids. Welcome. Welcome. So if you missed the very first part, I just kind of did an impromptu live stream today. We're going to separate out some of the clowns that we're going to sell a little sooner than later. They're obviously going to get a bit bigger than they are now before we sell some. But we're going to start picking out ones that we want to kind of make into pairs, keep them longer, make them into pairs. And some we're going to keep. We're going to keep 3 or 4 pairs. And some, obviously, we're just going to sell. So can't keep them all. Wish we could. Trying to get this camera a little better here. See if we can get it. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of what we got going on here. So we're going to have a look at these guys. I can tell you in here right now, I believe there's one that I want to keep in a pair. It's at the back wall right now. It's looks like it's got all the frostbites all over it. I do want to keep a pair of frostbites, and I know there's another one in the tank. It's just a gorgeous frostbite. Gorgeous. Just looks like bullet holes all through them. So they're definitely going to be keepers. Yeah, I don't know which ones you're referring to. I guess the half white Picassos. Yeah, these guys up front here. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. I can honestly say most of what I'm going to keep to pair up are going to be the uh, the premium Picassos, because they're just gorgeous. You can see tons of them in here. I think I'll take one out just so we can have a real cool look at it, and then we'll put it back in the main tank because it's staying in the main tank. Thank you, Coopers. Thank you. Yeah, most of them turned out. There are some in this batch. This batch is 10 weeks old. Oh, here's Roscoe coming to join the live stream. Hi, Roscoe. Lay down, bud. Down. Lay down. No, no. No, you can't pull on my cord. Lay down. Come on. Sorry, guys. My puppy just came to join the stream. Lay down, bud. Down. Down. Good boy. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, so we got some really neat looking. You guys can help me out with the names a bit too. I still say this. Some people don't believe me, but I'm telling you, it's fact. I don't know much about marine fish. I just got into marine like a year ago. I just happen to maybe have a bit of a knack for raising these clownfish babies. I follow instruction good, and I add my own stuff to it, and just try to use common sense. And I've been successful. And we have actually right now we have a very small batch. I did screw up my water parameters in my main tank, and a lot of the batch did spoil. But we do have some larvae right now. I think on day 4. But there's only about 10 of them. But now we have eggs as well that should hatch in about 5 days. So we're still going on with it, but now we're starting just to sort these guys out a bit. Been getting lots of inquiries about purchasing them. So I'm just going to start getting some ready. Now I'll tell you, it'll be some of what I consider more plain Jane looking ones. So I think maybe I'll scoop one here, and I'll show you what I think we're going to basically the patterns we're going to basically start with selling. So I've set everything up. So I'm actually sitting right here still. Trying to be very gentle about this, hoping he goes back. Try my little trick here. No. Oh, let him go. There we go. Okay. So I got him scooped into just a little breeder box here. So we'll turn it. We'll have a look. Now, I don't know exactly what you would name these guys, but we do have quite a few like this color pattern. It's getting out of the view, sorry. But yeah, we have quite a few like this, and this is pretty much where I'm not really interested in keeping a lot of this color pattern. So they're going to be sold. And yeah, so a lot of people are interested in them. They are still beautiful. They're just not the color pattern I'm interested in staying with. So let's check him out, and I will grab. Lay down, Roscoe. Roscoe's excited today. He's usually not too into the live streams, but here's Roscoe right here, bugging us. He should lie down there. He likes that spot. That's where he hangs out during most live streams. Okay, so we'll get another one here that so there's another one. That would actually make a really nice pair. They're almost identical. Almost identical. Yeah, very, very close. But these guys are going to be for sale shortly, most definitely. And yeah, they're pretty much Nemos, I'd say. That's what they look like to me. So I don't think they'll be overly expensive. I don't know anything about price yet. I haven't even looked at price. Got another one coming up here. This one's a bit different, but it's still, we're not interested in keeping it for ourselves, so it will be sold. Check that guy out. He's got some pretty interesting shoulders on him. He's got a hole on one side. That's pretty neat. So these guys right now, it's hard to tell looking at them because they're in a breeder box. They're literally like 3/8 of an inch. Most of them, I would say, are not even a half inch. Most of them are about 3/8 of an inch. They've been raised primarily on live brine shrimp and a mixture of many foods, actually. Dried foods. There's another guy for you. Dry foods, pellets. A lot of it's they've gotten a lot of North Fin fry starter, and the North Fin fry starter, it's 100% krill, so they absolutely love it. They've been growing great on it. They also get a lot of copepods. I feed them a lot of gut-loaded copepods, even now at this size, and they love eating them. They love chasing them around. I think it really initiates their appetites when they're eating live food, so that's why I do feed a lot of live brine. They get live brine shrimp about every other day, and they absolutely love it. But yeah, there's some specimens there that we're going to probably sell as individuals. Probably not going to try and pair them up. If people want to buy two that look alike or whatever, mismatch them, by all means. That's available, but we have quite a few more than that. So this guy, he's two of them actually. Nope, I didn't get the one. Oh, I didn't get either. There we go. This guy here is kind of interesting too, but he'll be going in the same group. Hey, how are you, D? Welcome. We're just going through some clownfish that Nicole and I have started deciding kind of we're going to keep 3 or 4 pairs for ourselves, and then we're going to keep still a bunch of past juvenile stage just to pair them up and just sell them as pairs. But we're also going to sell a few because we don't need this many. We don't need to raise this many. And if people want to buy a younger clownfish at a better price, it offers them that as well if they want to pair their own up. So we're getting a few out that we're going to kind of sell as juveniles, and we're going to separate them. They're not quite for sale now. They still have some growing to do. I want them probably close to 3/4 of an inch before they get sold, and those will be the small ones. So that's what we're doing. We're scooping and having a look at them as I'm scooping. We still have a pile to go through. I brought a pile over into this small tank here, and still have a pile of them in here to go through. So right now I'm scooping the ones that are going into the separated basket, and these guys will be raised to go to other people's homes. So just scooping another one here. This little fella. Some are a lot bigger than others. I believe that's a dominance thing with them. I also believe the bigger ones will more than likely become the females. And if you're new to clownfish, like I am, but I've just done a lot of research, I guess, they all start out as males. And the absolute dominant ones, they become females. Now, once a male turns into a female, they can never revert back to a male, so it's a choice for life. And they will always be, the female will always be the dominant clownfish in your tank. Let's see, who else we got here? This guy right here. Another cool looking guy. He's got a hole on the one side, like a white patch hole up on his shoulder. Very difficult to catch sometimes. I'm trying to do it as least invasively as possible. So I'm being just kind of careful. I got him. There he is. Yeah, they are super cute. Super, super cute. I love them. These have turned into my new passion, is raising these guys. I honestly would give up every freshwater tank I have to continue raising these guys. Ah, yes. Hey, Jason, how are you? Good to see you, man. I'm honestly not quite sure yet, Jason. I'm going to raise them out a little bit more still. I want to get them at least getting close to 3/4 of an inch to sell them as small clownfish. I think they would do just fine at this size being sold, but I think it'd be better to get them just a little bit bigger. So I have no idea. I would imagine the ones that I'm putting into the tub here that you're looking at right now are going to be very reasonable. I don't find them to be too, like, they're not exciting. They're not, they don't have exciting designs on them to me, not compared to the rest of them anyways. But they are still super cool looking clownfish. But yeah, so yeah, they are. They're a mix between a black onyx and I guess the father would be considered an ice storm. So they're totally hybrids, but they look very, very cool. Been an awful lot of interest in them. I honestly can't believe how much interest there has been in them. I've denied many, many sales already, as I want to grow them out a little bit bigger, see how they turn out. So far, I'm really happy with how they're turning out, how they're growing. Their survival rate has been fantastic for these guys. There's another one. So we're just starting to get, I guess one reason for why I'm doing this now is I don't want some of these guys pairing up with some of the other guys that I actually have different plans for. So I don't want one of these guys pairing up with some of the ones in here that look like they're going to turn out to be like Wyoming whites. Because I'd like to pair that up with another one that looks like it's going to turn out to be a Wyoming white. There's another interesting one in here. So there's an interesting fella. He's got some frostbites on him. That's actually a pretty sought after fish right there. But I have many like that. Many. And yeah, Jason, it's the bigger the better for sure. But also, yeah, it comes at a price too, right? The bigger they get, the more expensive they are. And if I can, so I'm basically going to keep some that I'm going to sell younger that won't bring, honestly, they probably won't bring as big of a top dollar at the end. It gives me more space to raise more. And then, yeah, I'll keep basically like half the batch to raise them to pairing size and try and sell them as bonded pairs. Because that works out better for people too, I believe. If you could buy a bonded pair, that's what I did, to be honest. The pair I bought was already bonded. And it's much easier than going through possibly a few kills with a mean dominant female to get that bonded pair. Yeah, essentially that's what I'm going to be doing, Jason. I wouldn't necessarily consider them calls though, because I'm keeping such a small percentage of this batch. Some that I'm going to be selling definitely wouldn't be considered calls in anybody's vocabulary. But we're only going to keep probably 3 or 4 pairs out of this group. Biggest reason is we have more coming. We have more larvae right now. We have more eggs, and so we have more coming. And I don't want to get too stocked up on my own colors, because I'd like to buy some outcrosses from other people as well. So I'd like to do some outcrossing. I don't want to get too wrapped up on the same bloodlines here and getting them possibly too thin, but still want to raise some out. It's just totally cool to see how they started to where they end to. I've been amazed by this process, actually. Yeah. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. So let's have a look at. I'm actually going to take these guys and I'm going to put them in the separator in the tank. There's no sense keeping them here when they could have better water there for a minute. And I'll be right back, and we'll pull out I see a couple in this batch that are going to possibly be keepers. So I'll do that, and then we'll put some keepers in there and let them get going too. Okay. Hello, we're back. How many are you getting in the end to sell on a batch? So right now, this batch, this is all one batch, obviously, and I've lost a few. I was over 100, and I believe I'm at 92 now. So I have 92, and this is not, you're not looking at the entire batch. I was literally, I took 2 scoops out of the tank just for some to start with. So I think that's answering your question, B. And some batches aren't good. Like the next batch I have coming up right now, there's like 10. So it all depends, and how well I do with I guess what I'm saying is how well I do with the husbandry of raising them. Uh, they're difficult. The first month of their life, they're very, very demanding. They require multiple feedings a day, water changes daily. So, and I'm telling you this from experience because I've tried it both ways now. I tried it being like OCD, on it, feeding 6, 8 times a day, water change 20% every day, exact water coming out of the main tank that they originally came from. It's a 65-gallon tank, so it's very stable water, and using that water for my water changes, keeping up with the rotifers, keeping the rotifers enriched for them. Like it was like a job. And then I tried it the lazy way, and the lazy way ended up a failure. They all died. I had a huge batch. I had like 200 larvae, and I ended up I believe because there was so many and I was a little bit lazy about the water changes and whatnot, they ammoniaed themselves out and died. So if yeah, you gotta be on it for the first month with these guys, for sure, for sure. So it all depends. If you're lazy about it, you're not going to get many. If you're very, very diligent with a little bit of luck, you should get lots. But let's have a look. I'm going to put the camera back here, and I'm going to try and pull out a baby that we're going to keep potentially. It's all potential, but I can tell you. Trying to see where he went. He went way over here. He's in a big group. Hard to get them. They lie sideways, and I don't want to pull them out of the water sideways. I got to wait for him to go in the net. Tapping on the glass doesn't work that well. Tried it. That worked. There we go. This is one that I'm totally interested in keeping. This is try and get that right in there. But yeah, this is one I'm very interested in keeping. And there's 2 of them that look very similar. And that's a color pattern that I'm looking forward to working with. So that's a keeper for me. I don't even honestly know what you call it. I don't even know what you call it, but there's actually another one in here, almost the same. And I'm trying to catch him right now. And that's a keeper as well. These 2 I would like to pair up. So I've actually got a breeder box that floats in the tank with a separator in it. And I might actually put these guys right in there because I would love to get a pair that look like this. These guys are going to look freaking fantastic if I could get them to pair up. Yeah, I love it. All the bullet hole looking stuff. So if you keep them together, will one just turn into a female? Hopefully. It's not a guaranteed. If they don't like each other, they don't like each other. So what I'm actually going to try is I'm going to keep them together, but with a divider between them where they can still, it's a fine mesh divider, like I don't know, a 1/16 hole divider. And that way they can still see each other and they can kind of touch each other, but they can't kill each other. And just try that. Let them go together once in a while for a little bit. Keep them divided most of the time and see if they create a bond. That's how I'm going to try it. There's, I think, many ways to do it, but that's going to be the way I try it. So we're going to try it with these guys here. And I'm looking because I think one of the ones Nicole wants to keep is in this scoop as well. Almost definitely. Wait till you guys see this guy. He's really, if you just see him in a crowd with the rest of them, it doesn't look like much. But when you see him by himself, and I keep saying him, the reason I say him is because it's small. It's a lot smaller than the rest, so that leads me to believe that it's likely going to be a male. If I can get him. It's pretty stubborn at getting in the net. There we go. So check this guy out. Look at that. So that's one that Nicole wants to keep and pair up. And we have another one that looks very, very much like it. I think these guys look so cool too. It looks like a puzzle piece. The whole fish looks like a puzzle piece. We love it. It's different. It's not the same as everybody else has. Hell, I don't even know if they're worth anything, but we definitely like this pattern, and we're going to try and make a pair with this fish. And we do have another one that looks very much like it, but I didn't get it in this scoop. So, so cool looking, though. I love it. I love it. Oh, happy birthday, D. Not sure if it's delayed or if today's your birthday, but happy birthday. I want to get this guy right here. This guy right here. He's pretty energetic. Check this guy out. He's so cool looking too. Look at that. That's beautiful. He's clean too. Clean white. Clean white. I think if I get the water drips off of here, might work better. Ah, yesterday. Well, happy belated birthday. Where'd he go? Yeah, that is, I don't know. That's pretty cool looking. That's a pretty cool looking clownfish right there. And as it matures, it's going to get even better looking. But I love the black in contrast with the orange on the fins and the pure white body. The orange nose. And it's a bit of a different looking orange too. When I look at it, I look at some of the other ones. So that's definitely one for the keeper pile. I don't know if it classifies as a Wyoming white. I don't believe so. I believe there's a difference in the dorsal fin. But most definitely a very, very cool looking clownfish. All right, what else do we got here? We're just playing show and tell now. Now there's some here that are quite white, but I guess I don't know what I would call them dirty, because the white looks a bit dirty on the back end of them sometimes. Trying to get a good example. Yeah, that guy's a good example. Throw this guy in here. Oh, you don't like the white? I love the white. So there you go. Exactly. Everybody has a bit different taste on clownfish and what they want them to look like. So that guy I just put in there, you see at his tail, he's got like black marks going through it, which again is very unique looking, and not necessarily going in the keeper pile, but it's not going in the for sale pile yet either. So that's that for these guys. And I guess what I'll do is I'll scoop out a couple more in that same boat. We're getting stuff done while we're live streaming today. And this guy here, again, he's I want to see him grow out. I want to see how he grows out. Same with this one. Come on out. There you go. Yeah, a lot of these guys are fairly similar. But we got a lot of whites. We got a lot of whites, Deece. You won't like a lot of them. We got a lot of whites. This guy's beautiful. I love the look of this one too. It's got the what I call right now like the dirty tail, but it's very interesting. Very interesting. So we're getting out of view here. There you go. But yeah, these are guys we're gonna hang on to at the very least for a while to watch them grow up. See how those markings turn out, because they're still gonna change. They're most definitely still gonna change. Let's see. These two as well. We most definitely have a lot of whites. That guy there, I don't know how to, but if you look at the one fish who's mostly white, but he's got like black marks going around his gill. That looks very, very cool too. Looks very cool. Let's see what else we got here. Hey, you might like that one, D. Still got a lot of white on it, but it has a really cool rear half of its body. Yeah, very, very neat. This is very neat for me too. I don't get to see these guys up this close very often at all. I usually have to look at them in a 25-gallon tank, and they're all kind of huddled together, and you can't see them real well. So this is a great opportunity for me to actually have a good look at them and be able to evaluate them myself better. We have so many whites. We might have to decide to sell some whites a little earlier. We'll see. We have so many. This guy's neat too. It's hard to catch, but he's neat. Yeah, you'll like the one I just put in there as well. They're almost identical, actually. Almost identical. It's amazing how many different colors and patterns we got, but yet how many are quite identical. There's a very cool, very bright orange one here coming in right there. I really like that guy. Sure. I really, really like that guy. His fins are so orange with a pure white body. Pure white. There he is, showing off up front. That's a very nice fish. Here's one you'll like for sure, D. It's a very cool fish. I believe they're actually quite sought after. Has very distinct patterns on it. It still has some white, but it's got a lot of orange and very distinct patterns. There you go. There's a good view for you. Yeah, very cool looking fish. Oh, hello, Benny. Welcome. We're just going through some fish that are going to be definite keepers for a while, and some that we will start getting ready for sales soon. Yeah, he's almost a jigsaw puzzle fish himself. Very, very neat looking. Hello, Jason. Hello, welcome. We're just sorting out some clownfish babies, and seeing which ones that we're going to keep for a while longer. See if we can't pair them off with other fish, or keep them for ourselves, or keep them, pair them, and sell them. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And the ones we're going to get back to here in one sec, these are ones we're going to keep for a while because I like them. I like them, and Nicole likes them. So that's what we're going to do. Benny says, I got a pair of cribs yesterday, and after 2 hours, they were already looking like they're cleaning a cave. Cribs don't take long, man. My fish room got overrun with cribs. Yeah, they don't take long. Even not long out of being juveniles. They get right to work. As soon as their bellies start turning color, they're able to get right to work. So let's put her back on this camera. It's not my ugly mug we're here to look at. So yeah, these are some ones that are going back in, not going in the divider, because they are potential keepers. Trying to get this guy. Some of these guys are pretty frisky. Jeepers. Someone's giving me a hard time, folks. Maybe we should sell this one. He's going to keep giving me this much hard time. Come on. There it goes. So, yeah, we have... oh, hey, Steve. Welcome. Not quite. They're not quite. Me and you can talk after, text me or something. But for the general public, they're not quite ready. But yeah, they're getting there. They're getting close to a half inch. I'd say they're 3/8 of an inch. And I'm just separating some here that I'll be keeping for pairing off. And these guys won't be quite ready for a while for everybody, but so I'm getting some of these paired off. Well, separated to pair them off later. And then what I did was made a divider in the tank, a breeding basket, a big one in the tank, and that's where I'm going to put the ones that are going to go to new homes sooner. So we're just kind of being snoopy, kind of doing show and tell, kind of having a look at them, having a look, seeing what we got, because we don't get this opportunity very often. I don't have them all in here. This isn't, I literally took 2 scoops out of their grow out tank and put them in this little tank to further have a closer look in this breeder box. Here's another one. That's another potential keeper. This whole crew. See how many of them I get. Come on out. There you go. They're all pretty neat looking fish. Pretty neat. Thanks, Steve. So yeah, these are definitely going in the keeper pile. Some of these ones are really growing on me, actually. They're some of them are very, very unique, and that's what I'm after. Like I said, I don't even know the names of half of these, but what I do know is what I like looking at, and there's a few in here that I really like looking at, so they're going to be keepers. And if not, they're going to be paired off and sold. I'd like to try doing that. I'd like to be able to offer pairs, because not everybody has the resources available to pair off fish. These guys are going in the keeper for now. There's another one in there. Yep. Almost done with these ones here. Some are in my net that I don't want in my net. That guy I want. That guy. Yeah, it was a lot of fish I got with 2 scoops of the net. They're always in little clusters and balls. So I don't know how many fish that is that you guys are looking at now. It's over 20. It's definitely over 20 fish there. And I almost got all the keepers out of here. And I believe there's one more keeper in this batch. being difficult. He's a cool looking fish. He or she, not sure. I guess they're all he's right now. I don't think anybody's turned into a female yet, so I think it's safe to call them all he's. But that's it. There's out of that batch, there's ones that are potential keepers. Yeah, Benny, unless you do something incredibly detrimental to them, your cribs will spawn. They are, and they do it all on their own. I'm positive you will have good luck with them. But yeah, so there's one scoop of potential keepers. There's a couple of keepers in here for sure. The one that looks like a puzzle piece. That's one Nicole wants to keep, and I agree with that choice. That's a good choice. It's a cool looking fish. So what we have left from this scoop over here is these guys here. They're going to be sold soon. I'd like to get them close to 3/4 of an inch, but these guys are going to be sold soon. They just don't have anything spectacular that I'm looking for. So yeah, that's it. They're still healthy. They're still going to be treated just like all the other fish in there. Just they're going to be easier to get out of the tank, and make sure that they don't pair with any of the ones that I do want to pair up with. But I will say it's been awesome having this close of a look at these guys. I just don't get it very often. I don't get this close of a look very often at them. So I've been taking advantage of that. So I'm going to have to see if I can... No, it's in the tank. I'll have to show it to you guys later. But I made a very, very cool divider, and I'm actually thinking of doing a video on how to make these dividers the way I did it. It worked pretty slick. It's a basket, basically, that you can't get out of. I basically plastic welded the whole thing, all the seams together, and it works. It's working out really well. So it's quite a large space, even though clownfish don't need very much space, and that's where these guys are going to go with the other ones I've already put in there. How are things going, Jason from Redfish Bluefish? You've been a busy man lately, and so have I. We haven't hooked up much lately. It's good to see you coming on here. Sorry, I don't make your live stream very often. It's too late for me, man. With our time change, I can't do it very often. I'm in bed by usually 10 o'clock at night. So, guys, we're coming up to an hour, getting close to supper time around here. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. I didn't. I just wanted to basically go through the clownfish with you, and we've done that. And they look awesome. I'm happy with them. And yeah, I wanted you guys to see our update too. We haven't been on much. Been super busy lately. Just wanted you guys to give you an update on our progress. So at 10 weeks old, they're looking healthier than ever, and their colors and patterns are really starting to pop. Really starting to pop. So we'll have one last look at them here, and then I think we're going to call it a wrap for today. I'm happy with today's live stream. It's gone well. I didn't have any malfunctions yet, so that doesn't happen very often. So equipment malfunctions. So things are working out. So we're going to quit while we're ahead. But there's those beauties. So we'll get to see these guys for several more months now and see how these guys turn out. the other guys, we'll see them for a little while, and then they're going to hopefully go find some homes where their owners will love them and appreciate them, and everybody will be happy. So thank you all for joining. And yes, if you could please hit the like button on the way out, that'd be fantastic. And we're getting very close to the 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you guys don't mind sharing out some of our good videos to people who it may benefit them, and it'll definitely benefit us by them subscribing. And we'll be at that 1,000 subscriber mark very soon. So from us to you, happy fish keeping. Thank you, everybody, for watching and commenting. And we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.